Picture this. You're rummaging through the fridge, late-night snack cravings in full swing. You reach for that leftover pizza from the weekend, only to be greeted by a fuzzy blue-green surprise. Oh, mold. We've all been there, staring into the abyss of our refrigerators, wondering what eldritch horrors lurk within those Tupperware containers. It's a common kitchen conundrum, but one that raises some serious questions. What exactly is mold, and what happens if you accidentally take a bite of that moldy mozzarella? Now, I'm not talking about the noble blue cheese, intentionally crafted with edible mold cultures. No, we're diving into the world of unwanted, uninvited fungal invaders that can turn your culinary masterpiece into a science experiment gone wrong. Buckle up, folks, because we're about to embark on a journey into the fascinating and sometimes frightening world of mold and its impact on our food and health. We'll explore the science behind these microscopic marvels, uncover the truth about those persistent mold myths, and equip you with the knowledge to become a mold-fighting master of your own kitchen. So grab a fresh and hopefully mold-free snack and let's delve into the shocking truth about what happens when you eat moldy food. This isn't just about avoiding a tummy ache, it's about understanding the complex interplay between food, fungus, and our well-being. Get ready for a wild ride through the world of microscopic mayhem. Before we delve into the nitty-gritty of moldy mishaps, let's get acquainted with the culprit itself, mold. What exactly are these fuzzy, often colorful interlopers that seem to appear out of thin air? In the simplest terms, molds are microscopic fungi that thrive in warm, damp environments. And your kitchen? Well, it's practically a five-star resort for these tiny tenants. Unlike plants that make their own food through photosynthesis, molds are more like nature's recyclers. They release tiny spores into the environment, similar to how plants release seeds. These spores, invisible to the naked eye, float through the air, looking for a cozy spot to settle down and start a family. Once they land on a suitable surface, like that forgotten loaf of bread in the back of your pantry, they get to work breaking down the organic matter and releasing enzymes to digest their food externally. As the mold feasts, it forms a network of thread-like structures called hyphae, which spread across the surface and deep into the food, creating the visible mold colony that makes you cringe. These colonies can be a variety of colors, from the classic green fuzz on bread to white, black, pink, or even orange, depending on the type of mold and the food it's colonizing. But here's the kicker. What we see on the surface is just the tip of the iceberg. Those visible mold colonies are just the fruiting bodies responsible for producing and releasing more spores to spread the fungal love. Beneath the surface lies a vast network of hyphae silently infiltrating the food, making it not only unsightly but potentially harmful to eat. So the next time you encounter mold on your food, remember there's more to it than meets the eye. These tiny organisms are masters of survival and proliferation, and understanding their life cycle is the first step in winning the battle against mold in your kitchen. Now that we've unmasked the mysterious mold, let's meet some of the usual suspects that frequent our kitchens. While thousands of mold species exist, only a handful commonly grace or disgrace our food. Some are relatively harmless, adding a touch of flavor to cheese or aiding in fermentation, while others are downright dangerous, producing toxins that can wreak havoc on our health. First up, we have a genus of mold famous for its role in creating penicillin, the wonder drug that revolutionized medicine. But don't let that fool you. Not all species are beneficial. While gives blue cheese its distinctive character, its cousin is a common culprit behind rotting fruits and vegetables, producing a toxin called patulin that can cause nausea and vomiting. Next, we have a diverse genus with over 200 species. While some species are used in food production, like in soy sauce, others can produce aflatoxins, potent carcinogens linked to liver cancer. These toxins are often found on grains, nuts and spices stored in warm, humid environments. Another common offender is better known as black bread mold. This rapidly spreading fungus is responsible for the fuzzy black spots that appear on bread and other starches. While not as toxic as some other molds, can cause allergic reactions and digestive upset in some individuals. And let's not forget, often found on fruits, vegetables, and even indoor surfaces. This black or green mold is a common allergen and can trigger respiratory problems in susceptible individuals. So the next time you encounter a fuzzy intruder on your food, remember that not all molds are created equal. It's crucial to identify the type of mold and its potential risks before deciding whether to salvage the food or toss it out. Stay tuned for our upcoming sections, where we'll discuss how to identify unsafe food and what to do if you accidentally consume moldy food. The moldy aftermath, from upset stomachs to long-term woes. We've all heard the warnings, don't eat that, it's moldy. But what's the big deal? What actually happens when you ingest those fuzzy little fungi? The answer, my friends, is not as simple as a mild case of the sniffles. The consequences of consuming moldy food can range from a passing tummy rumble to serious health concerns, depending on the type and amount of mold ingested, the presence of toxins, and individual sensitivity. For some, encountering moldy food might result in a bout of digestive distress. Think upset stomach, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, you name it. These symptoms are often caused by the mold itself irritating the digestive tract or by the toxins some molds produce. These reactions are typically short-lived and subside on their own within a day or two. However, for others, particularly those with mold allergies or weakened immune systems, consuming mold can trigger more severe reactions. Allergic reactions to mold can manifest in various ways, from skin rashes and itchy eyes to respiratory problems like wheezing, coughing, and difficulty breathing. In severe cases, mold exposure can even trigger anaphylaxis, a life-threatening allergic reaction that requires immediate medical attention. But the potential consequences of mold consumption go beyond immediate reactions. Long-term exposure to certain types of mold toxins, like aflatoxins, has been linked to more serious health problems. These toxins can accumulate in the body over time, potentially leading to liver damage, weakened immune function, and even an increased risk of certain cancers. So, while that bite of moldy bread might not send you straight to the emergency room, it's crucial to understand that consuming mold is not a risk-free gamble. The potential consequences, both immediate and long-term, can be serious, especially for vulnerable individuals. Stay tuned as we delve into ways to identify unsafe food and learn what to do if you accidentally ingest mold, because knowledge is power when it comes to protecting your health. To eat or not to eat. Spotting the telltale signs of moldy food. We've all been there, staring at a piece of cheese with a suspicious spot, wondering, is it mold or just a harmless blemish? Identifying moldy food can be tricky, as those pesky fungi are masters of disguise, often lurking in unexpected places. But fear not, my fellow food enthusiast, for I'm here to equip you with the knowledge to spot those telltale signs of mold and save yourself from a potentially unpleasant culinary experience. The most obvious sign, of course, is visible mold growth. But remember, mold isn't always a vibrant tapestry of green fuzz. It can be white, black, pink, orange, or even blend in with the food's color, making it harder to detect. Look for any unusual discoloration, fuzzy patches, or powdery substances on the surface or edges of your food. But mold isn't just about the visuals, it can also manifest as off-putting smells and flavors. If your food smells musty, earthy, or just plain off, it's a good indication that mold might be present, even if you can't see it. Trust your nose. It's often the first line of defense against spoiled food. Texture can also be a giveaway. Mold can make food slimy, mushy, or even dry and crumbly. If you notice any changes in texture, especially combined with a suspicious smell or appearance, it's best to err on the side of caution and toss it out. Now, here's a crucial point. Just because you can't see mold doesn't mean it's not there. Remember those microscopic hyphae we talked about? They can penetrate deep into the food, spreading unseen toxins even if the visible mold colony is small. This is especially true for porous foods like bread and soft fruits, where mold can quickly spread beneath the surface. So when in doubt, throw it out. It's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to potentially consuming moldy food. In our next section, we'll delve into what to do if you accidentally ingest mold, because let's face it, accidents happen, even in the most vigilant kitchens.